We're here outside of the Apple Store, and all these people are in line to get their brand new iPhone 11, iPhone 11 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max. Apple says that this has the toughest glass ever in a smartphone, front and back. And we're going to put that to the test by doing a series of drop tests of our own, from hip height and shoulder height, front and back, to see if it can survive. So we're going to drop the iPhone 11 Pro from hip height first, which is about 3.5 feet. Fingers crossed, we'll see how well it does. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Cracked on the front, so that's not a good start. Okay, so after our first drop, the news is not great. So the iPhone 11 Pro, if you look at the front of it on the left-hand side, there's a pretty major crack along this side. There's a crack that's running along here diagonally, and there's a whole other crack that's hard to make out, but it actually goes from the left-hand side going all the way down this way. And this is just from 3.5 feet. Now granted, this is not a scientific test. We only have one iPhone, we only dropped it from one height. But at the same time, it does raise some concerns, especially since Apple says this is the toughest glass ever in a phone. For our next test, we're going to drop it from the back from the same height. Same height, about 3.5 feet, which is about hip height, on the back of the phone, which has the triple cameras right here. 1, 2, 3. That sounded like a pretty bad thud. Let's see the result. Better for the back. Can't tell you why, but I don't see any visible cracks on the back side. And again, this was about 3.5 feet. So far so good for the back. The back of the iPhone 11 Pro survived from hip height. So that means we should drop it from a higher height. We're gonna try now from about shoulder height to see if it survives. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. All right, so we're looking at the back of the iPhone 11 Pro. It's definitely cracked all over the place, especially towards the top here. There's a bunch of cracks on the right-hand side. There's one that sweeps across the entire top third of the iPhone 11 Pro. And as you can see on the back, it's definitely sustained even more damage from this drop. So if you have a crack and you drop it again, even if it's from the other side, you may see more damage on the front, which is what happened here. So, I think the bottom line is that if you're going to get an iPhone 11 or 11 Pro, you should definitely get a case just in case.